Hey guys, it's Courtney and Seth here today, and today we are back in Mount Airy, North Carolina. We are visiting Cross Creek Country Club, and we're going to be dining here tonight. We've only had food from this place a couple of times, so we're super excited to dine in and take you guys along with us. So if you'd like to join us, let's go. Today we are visiting the Sunset Grill at Cross Creek Country Club in Mount Airy, North Carolina. Today we will be showing you around this classic club as we sample classic dishes and drinks. So let's get started. Alright guys, so we have made it to the country club. We're going to go in. We have a 4 o'clock reservation. We're going to check out the menu and show you guys around. Alright guys, so we have made it inside. So we are sitting here. We're going to check out the menu, but before we sit down to order, let's look around in the grill. So it looks like we have a great view of the course over here, and it looks like there's some outside seating as well. Looks like they also have a bar separated into sections here. Maybe it looks like this one is the walk-up bar. And of course they have golf on the TV, but I'm sure, different stuff plays. It's just appropriate since we're at a golf course. So now let's take a look at the menu. On the front here, they do have their weekly specials. We are here on a Saturday, so it looks like prime rib is going to be the special today. And additionally, they also handed us this paper, which is going to highlight their coconut shrimp plate. And of course, like I said, their prime rib. But anyways, let's keep going with the regular menu. Looks like we have our appetizers, flatbreads, sandwiches, and sides, salads, and of course a kids menu, entree bowls, seafood, and lastly we do have the entree plates. Oh, and they also have desserts, but you have to ask your server, so I'm sure that probably changes day by day. So I think we are going to go with the meatball ricotta as our appetizer. And I think we've decided what we want for dinner. So I'm actually going to go with the prime rib special. And I'm going to do, as pictured here, the mashed potatoes and green beans. And Seth is going to get the fresh caught salmon. And he is going to get the sweet potato and green beans. And we've also got some drinks coming. We'll let you guys know once those get here. Alright guys, so our drinks got here. Seth got an old fashioned and I got a tequila sunrise, which looks so cute. So we're going to try these out. And I wanted to note that we got a recommendation, so we actually got 2 appetizers. We added in the tomato lime shrimp. So they are going to bring out our appetizers first, but in the meantime, we're going to try out these drinks, but stay tuned for the end of the video for our final review of all the food and the drinks. And while we are waiting on the appetizers, we actually got some bread for the table. It looks like we have some butter and pimento cheese, which is a nice touch because I know, Seth, you're a big fan of pimento cheese, and so am I. But the bread also includes like some tortilla chips, so we're going to snack on these until our appetizer gets here. Alright guys, so our appetizers have arrived and they look delicious. So this is the tomato lime shrimp, and to be honest, it looks like a whole entree. That is a lot of shrimp and it looks delicious. And then we also have our meatball ricotta, and those meatballs look delicious. So we are going to dig into these. We'll let you guys know once our entrees get here. Alright guys, so our food has arrived. Here is my prime rib, garlic mashed potatoes, and green beans. This looks delicious. And here is Seth's salmon. He also got the green beans and a sweet potato. And you said that that's some sort of cinnamon butter?
Yeah, this is.
Yeah, cinnamon butter. And what sauce did you get?
I picked the lemon butter.
The lemon butter for the salmon. Guys, this all looks delicious. We're excited to dig in, and we'll let you guys know what we think in just a bit. Alright guys, so we are all done with dinner. Now we are going to order one of these desserts. here's a look at the most updated dessert menu. So I think we're going to go with the toasted marshmallow brownie skillet, and Seth's going to go with the warm toffee cake for his choice. So we'll let you guys know once this gets out. Alright guys, so here is our toasted marshmallow brownie skillet, and we also have the warm toffee cake. These look delicious, and it looks like quite a bit of food, so we may end up having to take some of this with us, but we'll let you guys know what we think in just a bit.
So we're going to get another drink before we leave, but we'll tell you more about it once we get back to our table.
Alright guys, and here is the new Happy Gilmore drink. Literally asked ChatGPT to make a drink inspired by Happy Gilmore, and they did it. So I'm excited to try this out. We'll let you guys know what we think. Alright guys, so we just got done with our meal and we came out this store here. Just wanted to give you guys a closer look at the patio area. I think right over there under the gazebo there's actually a party dining out there. But this is, again, great views of the course. It's just a very beautiful day today. And as we got a little bit closer to this gazebo covered area, I did notice that there is a bar, so not sure if that's open all the time or if it's just for special events, but there's some TVs as well. Alright guys, so we just got home from Cross Creek Country Club, and we wanted to review all of our food and drinks from the Sunset Grill. So we started with the meatballs as well as the tomato lime shrimp dish. And like I said, that was a big appetizer portion. Honestly, if you wanted to get either one of those as a meal, you probably could. Yeah, but the meatballs were delicious. If you guys have seen our Vivo review from Universal, I love those meatballs, and these were very comparable to those. It's just very savory, and it's just very classic. But the shrimp was also really good. Yeah.
The sauce that was with that was amazing. I haven't had anything like that before. I was a little curious about it. I don't know if I've had a lime flavor with shrimp before.
I was kind of worried about that too.
Even with the bread that come with it, I was dipping that in the sauce, and man, that was
good.
I would get that again. That's probably one of my favorite shrimp dishes I've had before.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of tomato or lime, so I was a little bit hesitant, but honestly, those flavors weren't overpowering and it was good overall. So for our drinks as well, I just told the bartender something with rum or tequila. So they gave me a tequila sunrise and you got a old fashioned. These are really good, classic. You know, it's a full bar, so they can basically make you whatever it is that you want. But pretty standard, but you know, definitely fits within the norm of those drinks. So if you have something that you like, just order it there and they can make it on the spot for you. How was your old fashioned?
It was good. I got it with Maker's Mark.
And you can choose.
You can choose just like with yours. You can choose the type of tequila. And I mean, it was hit the nail on the head. It was old fashioned. Nothing extraordinary, but nothing bad. So it was good. They did a good job.
So now we'll move on to the entrees that we got. So I got the special, which was the prime rib, and I got the mashed potatoes or garlic mashed potatoes and the green beans. And you got the salmon, right? And you got a
sweet potato and green beans as well.
Yes, and my prime rib was delicious. I've never really gotten prime rib a lot in the past, and even at Epic Universe and stuff, I've been getting it more and more. I'm starting to realize I think that it's one of my favorite types or cuts of meat instead of getting a traditional steak. And this was no exception. It had this crust kind of on the outside, you know, where I guess you would call it the skin.
Yeah, where they had seasoned it.
Yes.
And it's pretty much the outside of the roast.
Yeah, and it was almost crunchy like a crust should be, and that's kind of where a lot of the seasoning, the flavor was. So it was a really good mix with the very tender meat. And I really liked the garlic mashed potatoes. I made sure to bring some of those home. And of course the green beans were good as well. But how was your salmon?
It was great. I did get it grilled, and it wasn't overcooked. the seasoning on the outside that they used were
Kinda like,
great, and
yeah.
I had a bite of hers, and it kind of reminded me of the same seasonings.
Kind of same style how they cooked it, yeah.
But it was very tender, and I mean, I thought it was like a top tier, like of other places that I've gotten salmon.
Yeah.
I would put it up there with those.
And lastly, I don't know how we even did this, but we had just enough room left to sample some of the desserts. So Seth went with the toffee cake, and it came with vanilla ice cream. And I got the Skillet brownie, and it had marshmallows, kind of like roasted marshmallows on top. Very rich, very savory, and easily enough for 2, maybe 3 people.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It came with the cinnamon ice cream as well, but the toffee cake was actually pretty good. It was kind of like, almost like a butter rum cake, I could kind of compare it to. It was very savory, and I didn't really like the nuts, like the shaved.
Oh, yeah.
What was it, like, I don't even know.
Almonds?
Almonds, yeah. I'm not a big almond fan, but it was very delicious, but no comparison to the very rich brownie with marshmallows that I had.
Yeah, I agree. The brownie is very rich, and as far as my favorite desserts, I don't normally get something that's rich and chocolatey. But comboing it with an ice cream does help and make it even better. But I think the toffee cake was my favorite of the 2 for sure.
Yeah, I think they both were equally like savory, but again, I vote for the brownie. Get the brownie instead. But we also lastly got a new drink, which we kind of worked with the staff to make up.
Yeah.
We were sitting there watching golf on the TV, and we recently watched Happy Gilmore 2. And I think one of the guys in the movie was on the screen, so we were like,
one of the pro players.
So I kind of talked with like the bar staff, our waitress, and our friend Shannon, who is the general manager there, and I was like, I have an idea for maybe like a cool cocktail. Maybe can we make something that's Happy Gilmore themed? And we basically called it the Happy Gilmore. But if you guys want to see the full recipe for that, be sure to go on our TikTok account at the Jackson Travels, and I have a whole TikTok kind of showing the breakdown of the recipe if you want to make it at home, so be sure to check that out. But it was delicious. Even the bar staff was like, oh my gosh, this is actually really good. So they made a really good concoction.
Yeah.
And it was fun. I don't know. It just made it fun and interesting, because they don't necessarily have like a cocktail list. So I told them, I think you need to be adding this to your list.
Oh, yeah.
But anyways, guys, we really were surprised at how welcoming this country club was. And with talking to the ownership there and the staff there, they are welcoming to non-members and maybe people who are traveling. They want the community to come there and dine and learn about the club and be welcome as a community as a whole.
Yeah,
so
we've never eaten at the restaurant, so it was a great experience, and the food was good.
Staff was great. Yeah, it was a very welcoming environment, and I will definitely plan on maybe going back there one day. Of course, their membership information is on their website, but we just wanted to stress that even if you're not a member, because we're not members, you know, even if you're not a member, if you're just passing by through town, be sure to go and check them out, maybe have a meal.
Yep.
But anyways, guys, we hope you enjoyed this video. Please be sure to like this video and comment. Let us know what your favorite thing was that we tried today. And please don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more Mount Airy, Mayberry, and great restaurant reviews coming soon. So until next time, we hope to see you on the next adventure. Bye.